Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Today we're diving into a story that's been dominating headlines in China over the past few days, the sudden passing of Zhang Xuefeng, a name that's practically a household name among young people there. At 41, he had over 26 million followers on Douyin, China's TikTok, and was known for his no-holds-barred advice on college majors and career paths. But here's the thing, he was controversial. So first off, can you walk us through what happened this week and why his death has hit so many people so hard?
Absolutely, it's been really shocking. On Tuesday, rumors started circulating that he'd collapsed while exercising, and a few hours later, his social media confirmed he died of cardiac arrest. The response was immediate. State media like CCTV and People's Daily reported it, and the hashtag Zhang Xuefeng dies hit over 600 million views in less than 24 hours. Tributes poured in, like one Weibo comment that got over 1,000 likes. It's such a pity he really changed many directionless families who had no background. That says a lot, right? He wasn't just an influencer. For millions, he was this guide in a system that feels overwhelming.
Totally. But who's Zhang Xuefeng, really? Let's backtrack. How did he even become this go-to figure for students and parents?
His story is kind of the classic small-town kid makes good narrative that resonates so much in China. Born in 1984 inches, a small county in Heilongjiang, his real name was Zhang Zibiao. He studied water supply engineering at Zhengzhou University, graduated in 2007, and then joined a tutoring agency in Beijing, helping students prep for that's the National Graduate Entrance Exam, super high stakes, like the Gaokao but for grad school. Back then, China's economy was booming. College enrollment was skyrocketing from 1 million new students in 1998 to almost 6 million by 2008. Suddenly, way more families, especially low-income or rural ones, could send kids to college. But with that came confusion. How do you pick a major? How do you make sure that degree actually gets you a job? That's where Zhang stepped in.
Right, and his advice was, let's just say, pragmatic. He once said, any major is better than journalism, and called liberal arts majors a service industry that caters to others. Why did that stir up so much debate?
Oh, that's the heart of his controversy. On one hand, supporters loved that he cut through the fluff. For families with no connections, no one to guide them through the maze of college applications, he gave blunt, data-driven advice. This major has a 90% employment rate. That one has 30% pick the 90%. He was like a human Google for career prospects. But critics? They said he reduced education to just a job ticket. Liberal arts scholars argued he was devaluing critical thinking, creativity, things that matter for society, not just paychecks. It's this tension between survival and idealism, right? When the job market is tough, do you prioritize stability or passion?
And the job market tough. The article mentions a pervasive anxiety driven by a slowing economy and youth unemployment. How did that context make Zhang so popular?
It's everything. Zhang Biao, the director of the Max Planck Institute for Social Anthropology, put it well. The days when a college degree guaranteed a good job are gone. Now, even with a degree, graduates face brutal competition. And with inequality growing, education feels like the last shot for many families to move up what we call social mobility. So Zhang wasn't just giving advice, he was selling hope. He told people, I can help you beat the system. For a generation feeling stuck, that was powerful.
But wait, the article also talks about college enrollment expanding so quickly from 1 million to 6 million in a decade. Did that rapid growth backfire in some way?
Absolutely. More access to college was a good thing, but it led to oversupply. Suddenly, there were way more graduates than jobs that matched their degrees. Experts warned about lower teaching quality. Two universities couldn't keep up with the numbers. So you have all these students with degrees, but they're competing for the same limited good jobs. That's where Zhang's practical approach thrived. He wasn't just talking about majors. He was navigating this broken system for people who had no other map.
So even with the controversy, his death feels like the end of an era for a lot of young Chinese people. What do you think his legacy will be?
I think it's two-sided. On one hand, he exposed how unequal the education system is, how families without resources get left behind. He gave them tools to fight back. On the other hand, he also reinforced this hyper-utilitarian view of education, which some say is eroding the purpose of learning. But maybe that's the point. His story is a mirror for China's youth today, caught between the pressure to survive and the desire to dream. His death isn't just the loss of a person, it's the loss of a voice that spoke to that struggle.
That's a really powerful way to put it. So, as we wrap up, what do you hope people take away from his story?
That the debates he sparked about education, career, success aren't going away. His death might pause the conversation, but the anxiety, the inequality, the pressure, those are still there. Maybe now, instead of just arguing about his advice, we can talk about fixing the system so that students don't have to choose between practical and passionate in the first place.
Well said. Thanks so much for breaking this down with us today. It's a story that's about so much more than one person. It's about a generation navigating an uncertain future. To our listeners, thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with more.